greatest trick the devil ever pulled is making people believe he doesn't exist. There's also like people that are elites, and that's their thing. Like their thing is to do something that is horrible, and it's not available to other people. So it's like, I think there's like a sickness that people have when they have power, like extreme power, and then what else can I do? What else can I do? What else is what else is taboo? What else is forbidden? Like all this Diddy shit that's coming out. That's why
it does feel that way, actually.
Yeah. I'm sure if you go to Diddy's house, it probably feels real weird. Probably feels weird walking around that house. Probably like, what happened here?
Yeah.
I bet there's some memories in that house.
Sounds rough, man.
Well, it's just amazing how many people on the Diddy party list that are supporting Kamala. Too.
Yeah, seriously, it's like insane.
Publicly, openly, all in.
Yes. It's like J-Lo was like his ex-girlfriend, and it's like now deciding she's like warning people against Trump. I'm like, well, wait a second. So how many people did she warn against Diddy?
Right.
Oh, 0. Okay.
Right.
Well, maybe we shouldn't trust her opinion.
Did you see the Babylon Bees take on it? Did you see the Babylon Bees?
Babylon Bees awesome, but
oh my God, they're so on fire because the left can't say anything. Well, the Onion has been crippled.
Well, the problem is that like
find that post.
The woke ideology makes like humor illegal.
Yes.
So when like there's so many humor no-fly zones,
right?
You can't make fun of anything.
Yeah. The Babylon Bee had a thing about Kamala Harris. Diddy's ex-girlfriend urges Americans to trust her judgment. Yeah. By the way, you get to see how bad an actress she is too. That speech was terrible.
Like if she's going to be warning people, why did she never warn anyone about Diddy?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The whole thing is so strange to watch play out. It seems like the Diddy thing was like an Epstein-type compromise deal where whether he was doing it himself. Conceivably, people want to think that he's attached to some intelligence agency or something like that. I think he's a gangster who made $1 billion and knew how to control people by compromising them. That's what I think. Whether or not he had help, I don't know. Whether or not he shared some of that information with people so they knew they had compromising stuff on people, I don't know. But clearly he was doing it for his own jollies too. There was something sick about it.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is that people in the music and entertainment industry had to know that Diddy was like abusing, kids basically. And yet they still fed him kids. And like, where's the accountability?
There had to be rumors. There had to be. They
had to know.
Yeah,
they had to know.
Cat Williams is talking about it on
exactly.
Yeah, on that podcast.
But like who's feeding him the kids?
Right. Yeah, and what videos do they have of these people where they're willing to defend him? And they're willing to keep quiet about all this. Like how many people were compromised?
Yeah.
The whole thing is fucking crazy.
Crazy.
It's just crazy when because the nutty conspiracy theories is like, oh, there's a bunch of pedophiles in Hollywood. And you're like, come on, that sounds too kooky. And then you see like the Nickelodeon thing and all these, and you're like, what the fuck? How much of this is real?
There's a lot more real than I think people realize.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it is like you say, like where, if someone's like a pedophile, they're going to go for a target-rich environment.
Right.
Obviously.
Like that Jimmy Savile guy from the UK.
Man, that guy was some next level. That was next level. And the BBC tried to hide that guy was one of the worst, like basically child rapists of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah. And looked like one.
He looked like one.
That's what's
honestly,
crazy.
if you had a poster of does this guy look like a...
Look, the creepiest
like
fucking looking guy.
Evil child rapist. That 100%.
He made it to the grave. Like,
yes.
Got away with it.
Yes.
Got away with it till he died. They hid it from people until he died.
Yeah, it's funny how the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case is getting more attention than that. And I'm like, crazy, isn't it? So this Epstein guy just sold kids or whatever, trafficked them to these rich oligarchs and whatnot. And I was like, what happened to them? What happens to those people? Where's the list?
Yeah.
And then I didn't think anything of it, but then it went viral. And then every year since, it goes viral at least twice or 3 times. I'll see it just circulate again, and I'm just like, oh, fuck. So then I went on Twitter, and I said, I'll say it again, look, I will never, ever kill myself. I've never even come close.
Well, there's enough people commenting on the Epstein case that I don't think you have to worry. But the people that are in the position to actually know the people's names on the list, those people are probably in trouble.
Yeah.
Because that's a crazy piece of information to have.
And the fact is that, look,
no one's been tried. No one's been brought. No one's been discussed. We know who went there. We know flight logs. No one talks about anything. There's no effort to prosecute. There's no effort to. And then you have Ghislaine Maxwell, who's in jail for sex trafficking to who? To who? You have to have done it to someone, but there's no effort at all to uncover that.
Yeah, but I'm saying now this year it's kind of crazy how this year started off with what's his name, Cat Williams on Shannon Sharp. He starts talking, spilling the tea, sipping the cognac.
Yeah,
and then now this whole P Diddy thing.
Sometimes you have to tell Diddy no.
Oh man, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man.
Sean Diddy Combs' alleged list of accomplices to be revealed soon. The names will shock you. Attorney says, "Whoa."
I think he's gonna sing. I think
he has to sing, or he
bro,
goes
also,
to jail
I'll tell
for
you
the
one
rest of his
thing.
life.
God protects me. I'm so glad God protects me because, look, if I got invited to the white party, I'd have gone.
Especially if you didn't know.
Of course, no one knew. No one
Right.
knew.
If
And
you
then
don't know,
find
you're just
out.
a celebrity, and you know, oh, Jennifer Lopez is going to be there. Oh, Rick
That's what I'm
Ross is
saying.
going to be there. Everyone's going to be there.
And-
That would be a cool place. I want to meet those people.
Facts. And I just want to be there having fun partying, but then they start to, apparently, they said they were using, I'm going to guess it's like ketamine because they said horse tranquilizer, and they were putting in people's drinks in the champagne and then getting them all loose. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'll tell you a secret. It's just us two, right?
Yeah.
After I knocked out Pereira in Miami, we went to Tootsie's the next night, and they were like, yo, P. Diddy wasn't here watching your fight last night. I was like, wait, word? Crazy. And I went and checked my DMs, and I saw, oh, he hit me up. And he was talking about 2 months later, I want to do an interview or whatever. And I said, here's my manager's number. Bob, cool. Nothing ever came off it. But again, that's why I say God be protecting me.
Right.
Because who knows? Like, you never know. Oh, yeah, we're having this party later on. Yeah, that's cool. All right, cool. And then they start to, like, you know, you find some chick, you pull on you, and then, boom. Oh, how was that 15-year-old? Like, wait, what?
Right. And
Yeah.
you're filmed. Yeah.
I
And
heard
then-
about that, yeah.
He
But
had,
again-
apparently, allegedly,
Yeah,
cameras all over the
allegedly.
house, and 100.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
Yeah. What?
Nobody's that
1,000?
ashy, bro. 1,000 bottles. Also, by the way, that lube, coconut oil is better, water-based lubricant.
Yeah.
But baby oil is acidic as Johnson and Johnson's. Like, that's demonic, bro. Like, why would you use baby oil? Even
Old
if your
school.
dude, nah.
Probably started out with it. That's all the bottles.
Nah, that's AI. That's
that
gotta be
AI?
AI. That's gotta be AI.
I don't know if it's AI. I think that's real. I
Bro,
think it
I'm
was
telling-
lube and baby oil. I think he had a variety of different substances.
Who counted that? Was
Look at that.
1,000?
Look at that.
1, 2, 3
Bro,
bottles of
imagine
baby oil.
having
4, 5,
500
6 bottles
bottles.
of baby oil on the wall.
Imagine having 500 bottles and go, we need to go for a
Yeah.
Target run.
Nah, man. Oh, the fact they said it was, what do you call it, Costco, and Costco goes, nah, we don't sell that
What
shit.
is this? Defaced AR-15s? Interesting. What does that mean? Does that mean
So they scratched the
serial
what do you
numbers
call it
off?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a serious crime.
Yeah.
That's a serious crime.
But again, see, he's in cahoots with Epstein. And then
Was he in cahoots with Epstein,
Yeah.
or was it just a similar type of an
no,
operation?
they were friends.
Really?
Yeah, because Epstein had a phone on Miami as well. That really private, rich estate in Miami. So they were all in cahoots as well. But again, I think he's gonna sing.
Isn't it crazy? Like, that was always the conspiracy theory, tinfoil hat thing. Oh, there's a place where the elites go to underage kids. You're like, what?
What's his name? Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Yeah, he
Alex
was right.
He was right.
He was right about a lot of things.
Almost everything.
Yeah, most.
About almost everything. That one. But almost everything else, he was right. But you got to realize that guy had been uncovering real conspiracies that the media had not covered for decades. And he was literally having like a psychotic break because of it, because he's just drinking all the time and dealing with the stress.
How would you, even Kanye, imagine you trying to tell people something,
Right.
and then no one believes you and they call you crazy.
The first day of the trial, did you pay attention to any of that stuff? I looked at it for like 10 minutes this morning, and I was like, I got to stop. I can't look at this.
Well, what freaks me out is the people sitting in the courtroom listening to it.
Right.
And there's a wide spectrum of people that are getting subjected to it, and you just sit there and go,
Yeah, well, not only that, how about the fact that this guy was running this for decades? He was doing this for decades to who knows how many fucking people, and everybody was scared to talk about it because he'd have them killed. Yeah, it's really wild, man. Evil is a real thing, you know? nobody wants to believe, because if you believe in the devil, right? If you believe in Satan, you believe in something that's silly. Like most people believe, a lot of people believe in God. If you ask people, do you believe in God? Yeah, well, I'm not religious, but I believe in God. Okay, well, do you believe in the devil? Most people will say no. But do you believe in evil acts? Well, yeah, well, people certainly do evil things. Well, where do you think that comes from? If evil is real, what is it about us that makes us want to deny the possibility that there's some nefarious force that is in human beings, that influences human beings? It's not as simple as like some people are bad, some people are good. No, maybe evil is a real element that you have to fight in life, and that maybe this is just something that's been documented all throughout history, but our arrogance and our secular society wants to keep us from recognizing that as an actual factor. And that's why it gets through. You know, that's like
that's a really great way to say it, because if you denounce, okay, so you say there's no devil,
right?
So then you're somewhat saying that there's no evil, but you're not branding evil with some type of identifying factor. Then you kind of glaze over it a little bit. I think that's what I'm hearing you're saying, and I agree with it, because it gets a little too. I think people want tangibility. I think people like to be able to understand things and see it for real and so forth. But when you start just talking about root evil, when you start looking at things like, I went to the Oklahoma bombing memorial. And when you look at shit like that, you think about the hate on this country and in the 9/11, and you think, or you just take it down to the Boy Scout troop leader, or you take it to the you take it whatever. Yeah. There is a common denominator there, and that is just what you called it, evil. So call it devil, don't call it devil, but call it evil. The evilness is just in not being aware of it or not allowing ourselves to believe it, I think is part of the.
Well, it's the old quote.
This is the other reason I'm not like unhappy, even though I'm continuously like, are you kidding? About every single new thing. I'm like, oh, so nothing I've ever heard was right. Right. I'm like, okay.
Right.
Sounds great. I love watching at every level it's collapsing. And you don't have to do anything except be a disgruntled enough employee to be like, fuck it, I'm saying it, I don't care. So now the P. Diddy thing, which like for 2 years, I would tell people it's hilarious. I mean, it's horrific, but it's also hilarious that it was like the big secret that P. Diddy would make a bunch of these guys suck his dick and do weird shit. Oh, do you think the government does it? Well, P. Diddy does it.
Homes in L.A. and Miami raided by federal agents.
Dude, the conspiracies of P. Diddy are like, you know, that as above, so below, that like magical shit the rocket scientists say when they jerk off and look in each other's eye.
What?
Duncan will know. As above. Hey, ask Duncan. But as above, so below. You've heard that saying?
Yes.
I want to write a hermetic magic book called As the Carpet, So the Drapes by Kermis Metztriginos, with all my occult knowledge that I picked up from looking into UFOs. These things are like reflections all the way up. So like at every level of society, there's something like Vince McMahon went down.
Right,
his empire.
On somebody.
Yeah, I've given out Canadian top hats to chicks.
At every level, there's something.
I want to joke about it on stage, but people like, you know, nobody follows all the same things anymore. So it's hard to, the things I want to make references about, there's like no common culture anymore of like, we all saw this. So you got to just burn time explaining the first part of the story. And with Vince McMahon, dude, I'll ask, does anybody know, like people that know, like what he did?
Right.
Or what it's claimed that he did? It only came out because he didn't want to pay her the full money. If he were paid $3 million to do all horrific things and you're like, yeah, I'll do that, then I'd be like, no, well, that's not assault. But this fucker didn't want to pay because he has a history of fucking people on shit. And all he had to do was pay what he agreed to, and she's a disgruntled employee, and good for her because that guy shit on her. They're having a they don't say what position, I don't think. I hope it's Eiffel Tower and not a blowjob he did this during. 2-on-1 with, I'm guessing, Johnny Leonidas. I don't know, another executive. So they're both having sex with this girl. Vince McMahon gets up, shits on her head, and then he goes, I'm going to go get, you guys finish up. I'm going to get a shower. This is what's written in the legal. They say he defecates. Okay? Yeah, we'll finish up, Vince. I think we're all done here, Vince.
Should we
I think we're done.
Should we steel man his position? And should we say he's an elderly gentleman involved in rigorous activities, and oftentimes they lose control of their bowels? Is the reason why Depends is associated with old people.
Well, that's a
Listen,
fair...
if I was his lawyer, I would say Vince is a wonderful man who respects women, but he's got bad bowels.
Well, Joe, that's a great steel man, but I would just say respectfully, the part where he goes, I'm in a shower, you guys finish up, right there is where I break with the idea that he just lost control.
Well, he didn't want the party to be over just because he can't control his bowels. It seems very considerate of him. You guys finish up. I'm in a shower. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you get a shower.
The party.
You go get a 30-minute shower, Vince. I'll sit here with this chick.
Imagine having sex with someone else's shit on their hair while you're having sex.
No, it's a party foul for sure.
Smelling this guy's shit, literally where your face is.
But I'll finish up. Oh, well, hey, Miss, you want to finish up? You with the?
That's so insane.
You with the Stone Cold steamer that you got? Oh, maybe we'll just chat about nicknames.
There's nothing
for this
crazier
depraved act that you just did
than the depravity of shitting on people with feces. Okay, this is it. One example of McMahon's extreme depravity. May 9th, 2020, he defecated on Miss Grant during a threesome and then commanded her to continue pleasuring his friend with feces in her hair and running down her back while McMahon went to the bathroom.
Wait, I didn't see this part. Wait, I didn't see this part. Upon his return from the bathroom, McMahon and his friend actively resumed the She didn't get in and hose off? You showered and went back and started the girl whose head and back you shit on.
Whoa.
Why get a shower?
Oh my God, so she didn't shower?
It says right here, remain covered in his filth.
He got showered and she stayed.
Oh my God.
If you enjoyed today's episode on JRE Plus, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you.